nose itches. I'm just waiting for everybody to show up so I can invite them up onto the thingamajig. Hi. I'm just waiting for the crew. Hello, Aries. That's my cat. Yeah, I know. Inviting DJ, if it'll let me invite. Hello, DJ. Oh, wait. Paige, you wanted to be a moderator, right? Was that the plan? Where's flip camera? Sorry, guys. This is actually different from last night when I went on really late. Oh, no. Hey, Paige. Okay. Invite.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Is there a way we can flip this so I don't have to be like
No.
So click on
like
the multi-guest. Click on
Okay.
multi-guest and then
Okay.
like I think view.
Is it like a sideways S thing with an X? I'm just gonna click it and see what happens. Wait, if it says turn off, you will disconnect. No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
No.
I guess we're just gonna have to live with this. Sorry, guys.
I'm sure it's under like settings somewhere.
I don't see. Okay, let's try more.
And then it'll be like view or something like that.
Settings. Moderators. Add moderators. Let's do that. Where's Paige at? Paige. Add. Confirm.
Whoops.
Okay, Paige, you're a moderator, right?
Yeah, she is. She's got the little icon by her name.
Okay, now where the hell was that? Oh, that was more. Okay, let's see. What's under settings?
Paige, do you remember how to change the view?
Comment settings. No, it's not under settings. Okay. Did anybody else get in here that I have to invite yet? Oh, there's a dangerous. Oh, that's Aries. He can be quite dangerous.
Nope, nobody else is here yet.
Okay. So what are you guys up to besides this? What were you doing? Oh, there's Ruthie. Invite Ruthie.
Was drinking coffee and I was steaming so that I can try to record tonight because I just life has derailed me.
I know.
And I'm
Are
wearing
you feeling better?
Yeah, so like my abdomen and everything is like so much better. I'm like moving around really well and like all my incisions are like healed up and everything. So I'm feeling good. But then I immediately caught the kid cold. So like right after that, and I'm like, why? So and now I'm wearing a hipster reindeer shirt for serotonin. So
Oh, it's so cute.
it was ugly sweater day at work. Wait, I'll tilt it down for a second. So
Those are the best.
Okay,
yes, I love it.
Finally got you on here.
Yeah. I had I just came over from a different live. So
what live was that?
They were discussing possible man, I don't even know how to use this word differently so we don't get bananered potentially. But it's like anti-sem.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
In a book, potentially. And one of the people on the live is of that group. So it's an informed discussion. They're not just like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But yeah, so I was listening because, as you might imagine, it's of interest considering my other line of work. So exciting
Well, we're
stuff.
still waiting for Laura and Matthew.
Let me see if
Oh,
I
do we
can't
need to share it with us?
it. Let me find them in here.
Maybe I can. Is there
There's a share button in the bottom right.
We might need to change the view though to be able to
Yeah,
Yeah.
where is change view?
I'm trying to remember, where does that even show up?
No, I don't
It might be in your guest button,
Okay, let's try
and
again.
you would change it to like the grid view. Oh, settings. Okay, yeah, and then you change it to the grid view.
Got it. Woohoo, switch.
Yay!
Yay!
Allow request.
All right, Laura's in here.
No holding Jen back.
I
Oh wait,
try.
Jen, before we get
What's up?
started, where's your paper? I know you have it.
Yeah, I was just gonna be
Yeah,
quiet.
it's right
I was
here.
gonna be quiet. Let Jen have her space.
Wait, where are they? You said they just got in here. I'm trying to find them.
Yeah, Laura was just in here.
Okay.
and they're-
here's
Yeah, they're there.
Oh wait,
invite.
there's Matthew.
Come on, let me invite.
The power of 6.
It's not letting me. Oh, there we go. Can you see me?
Yay!
I made it!
Congratulations and happy birthday!
Yes.
Thank you. I cannot believe we made it. It was like
I believe
crazy.
it.
Within 48 hours, it was like bam, we're 1,000.
That
That's
was
Made it.
how it
awesome.
goes. It like picks up steam and then all of a sudden it's like
I know.
I like it. Let's never do this ever again, y'all. It was agonizing. Like, I'm glad we were able to do it for you, but I'm like, let's also never do this ever again.
It was stressful.
It was so stressful.
I'm like, oh
I'm
my,
like, what
I
if we
don't know.
can't do it?
I think my birthday helped. I guess people like was trying to do something nice for my birthday. I think that's why everybody started following and sharing and doing all that. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, and if we have to do it again, we got to make sure it's in like 3 months so people only vaguely remember the last time we asked.
seriously.
Right.
Come on, Laura. Where are you?
Yeah, where'd
don't see
Laura
how
go?
where I can. I don't have an option to
Let me see if
send
I can.
anything. I don't see.
I sent it to
I
Laura.
sent it. She's in here. I could have swore.
I saw her.
I just sent it to her. I was
I saw
talking
her.
to her.
I think
Yeah.
we all just bombarded her at once. I think we all sent her.
I
There
saw
she
her
is.
join.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's in.
she's down
She
there.
joined again.
She's here.
Because I saw her join before I saw you, Messiel.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we were talking through DMs. I'm like, what are we supposed to do? It's our first live, so we're like, have no idea.
Okay,
All
but
right.
why is there not an invite option near her like everybody else has?
They might not have one, but if you click her name, I
Okay.
think you can invite her that way, maybe.
Yes, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it doesn't pop up for everybody, so.
Where?
And she can request too.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! She probably had to hit the little camera so she can be seen. You got it?
Oh my gosh.
So like at the,
Okay,
I think it's
I
at the
see it.
bottom.
I'm
There's
The
like a
bottom,
video
there's a
camera.
little camarita. Just hit it. There we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hilarious.
Finally.
Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome. Books and
Got
audio.
it.
Happy birthday, Mama.
And Paige is with us. She's moderator down below.
Nice. Paige! Oh, I love Paige.
So why don't we start off with you telling us about yourselves and whoever wants to go first.
Go ahead, Lara. You go first.
Okay. I started to write books in 2021, thanks to the pandemic. And well, the first book that I write was a werewolf book, and I didn't know how to write, so I just started to have a couple ideas. I started to unite all pictures, ideas, and everything. And then I have like 100,000 words. I don't even realize how much I write.
Damn. Wow.
And I decided to put it on Wattpad. And then I have a few messages telling me that why I don't try to upload the book on a couple platforms or cell phone applications like Buenovela in Espanol, Good Novel in English. So I did. I didn't have anything else to do, so I did it. And then I got a contract, an exclusivity for the book in English and Spanish. And that was the first book that I write. After the first week, I have like 2,000 views on the book.
Oh,
Then
wow.
I was so scared. And at the end of the month, I have like 100,000. And when you open the application on the cell phone, you can see the picture of my book. Then on the website, they have also the picture. And I got the first place on the application in Spanish. And then I started to have more reviews on English and Good Novel. And I have a couple reviews, a couple good, another one not so good.
There's always one. Don't worry about
Yep.
it. It's
I
like,
know I have my first hater, so that's
it's
a good
okay.
thing.
Well, that's good. If you have a hater, that means you're growing. They're like, for every
Yeah,
one hater, you have 10 good. So
Mm-hmm.
you're good.
and then everybody's talking about the book, and that's good. So after I finished that book, I have a lot of messages about when I was ready to have the second book. And I didn't know that you have to get another book. I thought it was just one. I didn't know. So I started to write the second book. It's called Eternamente Mía, Endlessly Mine. The first one was Por Siempre Tuya, I Belong to You Forever in English. And I got also a couple views. And I said, that's it. That's 2 books. That's enough. And no, I have more messages. What happened with the third book? And I said, why did I have to
Did
be
you
a
let
third
them in
book?
cliffhangers? Was or like they just wanted more from the universe? to release?
Yes.
Oh,
And
shoot.
so I decided to write the third book. And I said, that's it. That's 1, 2, and third book. And I closed the series. The third book was Infinitely Ours, Infinitamente Nuestra. So I got the trilogy, and I was like, that's it. I don't have anything else. And then I started to write mafia books because I started to read mafia, and it was lovely, and it was spicy.
We like the
So
toxic
I thought,
guys.
what? Let's start one mafia book. So it's just lucky, I think. I write one. It's called Russian Mafia, Mafia Rusa. It's the first one that I have on Amazon. And everybody started to read it on Spain. And I was like, why they like it?
Oh,
What are you talking about? What they like it?
I mean, I'm happy if someone else besides me read my book.
It's always a plus.
So, yeah, and they started to send reviews. Also, a couple not so good, a couple good, but
Yeah, it
I
just
mean,
comes
it's
with the territory.
passion. If you like it,
It is what it is.
yeah. I
You
mean,
cannot take it personally. It's just
yeah.
it's
It's like
likes and dislikes.
it's like the Mexican novela. If they hate the main character, it's because they love it.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's good.
I'm happy. So that's the books that I have recently. I mean, I started in
Oh, all
2022,
Frozen? Oh, okay.
and there's 2 years when I read it in Spanish, I translate in English. So I have 11 books on Spanish and another 11 in English. Nobody told me that you're supposed to write just 2 or 3 books per year. So I have 22 until now.
That's good.
And I'm gonna have some break. That's it until now.
Still here?
Okay.
Did anything happen with you guys with this live? Because mine just like completely cut off.
Oh, really? Mine was good.
Yeah, no,
Mine's
mine just crashed.
I
Oh,
can
no.
see everything still.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay.
And
No, mine
you're
completely went
slightly
away and kicked me to
delayed.
like.
Like
Paige is there. Hi, Paige.
Yeah. Well, and I
Yeah.
paused my video because I needed a wardrobe change and I didn't want to like take my reindeer sweater off on camera because I was like, sorry,
That's
I realized my sweater was really hot, so I was like, let me not do this on camera because I'm like sweating.
That was selfish of you.
Right? We're here for the goods.
No, mine just completely crashed and kicked me to like
I don't want
TikTok
to see
videos.
that banana.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's still here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we can
don't know
see
what
you.
happened.
Okay.
I just clicked resume and we were here. Anyway,
Okay.
so Maciel, how did you
Yes.
get into narrating?
Narrating? Oh, girl, I'm a bookworm. I love to read. So it's like I'm obsessed with books and audiobooks. So back in 2018, I saw the word 0 to none Latinas narrating. Like if they were there, I didn't see them. And I'm like, maybe this is something I can do. And I start like checking. I check ACX. I try to do some coaching, and I dip first into Spanish because it's my first language. So that's how I started. It was slow, one in here, it's nothing crazy. Um, by when was my first one in English? Was 2020, I believe, around when pandemic hit. I don't know why.
Amazing pandemic.
Yeah,
We all
pandemic
got
is
real creative around that time.
I guess, but that's when I got my first actual English narration. 2021, I decided to create my own company. So I do translations and we do
Oh,
audiobook
nice.
pronunciations in Spanish because again, there's nothing out there besides the big publishers. There's not like an indie that can help the authors doing the transition to the Spanish market. So between my company, Sirena Audiobooks and Bella Narrations, here I am. I do mostly in Spanish, but I do some here and there in English. I do romance mostly.
Mhm.
That's my niche, so to speak. The darker the better. I don't know why, but well, here we are. And I don't know what else you want to know about me. That's me.
Well, that's very cool.
You guys have heard the duet that Bella made with Sebastian Leon?
He's
I mean, you don't
he's a-
need to know Spanish.
he's
It's super.
good. He is good. Yes, Sirena Audiobooks is the company. You can Google it and it will come out on my website. And even no, on Mbella no, but on Sirena in Instagram is under Sirena Audiobooks as well, so you can find it.
The book is called El Capo. In English, I think it's the
It's
boss.
the same. The English is the same capo. It will be the same because that's how Italian will call it. But I think Glenn is working. I saw, and don't quote me on this because I know she's working on the English version. So I think she's just doing the editing, but she did send me the English one. So I know for a fact I don't know when it's gonna be out, but it's there. I saw it. So, but
So
yeah.
Paige, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, Paige had a question. So indie authors could reach out to you and see about getting it translated into Spanish?
Yes, ma'am. That's
That's
how it
awesome.
works. Yeah. And
That is
not
awesome.
only we do the translation, we'll go like it's like we're publishing a book from scratch. It's not only the translation, we do editing, proofing, like
Oh,
we have
nice.
we have the whole thing because
The whole
we
package.
want to make sure it's like you don't want to put something out there that is not perfect. And that's how we
Right.
We'll
did
write it
that baby
down.
in. Yes. So it's something that anybody wants to it's like it's scare about to do, we'll go from beginning to the end, like even we help them with the blitz and release. So we
That's
have like
awesome.
yeah, we have some bookstagrammers and tiktokers that will help doing the release promotion and all that, so we have the whole package from beginning to end.
Well, I
Sweet.
imagine there's like a lot of like artistry that goes into that too, because it's not just like a word to word translation. It's like how do you keep like the same like feeling and tone and
Yeah,
make sure that like
Right.
it fully translates
of
over
course.
and not just like a word to word translation.
Well, even one word could have different meanings. It
Right.
depends how
Oh,
you
yeah.
say it and how it's like it's crazy. And not only that, we'll do neutral Spanish where all Latin America can understand, like they understand. Spain, they can understand, but they're really picky if it's not Castilian.
A lot.
But some of the books that we have translated, we have Spanish ladies talking really good about it. So I feel confident that we're doing a great job. So I'm really proud
I,
about that.
I think that's one of the problems that we have when we write in Spanish because if one person in Spain read it and you write Spanish for Latin America, it's different. It's not the same words, and they don't gonna understand.
Hmm.
So it's not just a Spanish, just the same word and every language. No, it's really, really different.
Yeah. And probably it's
Right.
the same as in English, in like American English and UK English and Australian
Mhm.
English. It's all English, but they do have different slang.
Hmm.
So it's like we try always to have as neutral as possible so everybody can understand it,
Hmm.
basically.
So it is the same in English, and I'll tell you how I know. Not just slang, but a few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago now, I saw a Facebook ad for like a business coach or whatever, and I think maybe she was in Australia, it might have been the UK, but the word enroll, they only use one L,
It
right?
depends. It's so crazy. Like
Well, so
in
I
Spain,
commented and I was like, hey, just want to let you know you have a typo in your ad, right? And then she fucking comments back and is like, actually, that's what we say wherever the hell she was at. And like, I was like, oh, okay. And so, like, my only thought on that, like, as a marketing person is like, well, since you can segment your audience, if you know part of your audience is going to be American, don't
yeah.
distract them with your
Just try to do,
with
or
things
try
that
to
they're
do
going to be
like two different
dumb.
ads. Maybe one target to the American
Right, that's what
side,
I'm
and
saying
yeah,
is like segment it and show them one specifically. And then when I was a
yeah,
translator, we called that type of translation transcreation
okay,
because to show that it is beyond like that word for word type of translation, which would turn out
yeah.
something garbage, right? Like I had to translate a book once, and
True.
there's a
It's
reason I only did it once,
it's
y'all, and
not
it's
as easy. It's a lot that goes into it. It's crazy. Like now I'm used to, but the beginning was a struggle. I'm like, oh, like, and I had to get like different editors and proofers and like to until I got like my team. But it's once you have to be sure like whatever the authors wants to say that we actually translate it to that. We're like interpreting what the heck the author is saying because it could be horrible if it's not.
So I got a question. Like,
Hmm.
and I'm really ignorant to this, but
Hmm.
is it like an AI generated software or are you actually physically going
No,
through
we
the book?
actually translate it. We don't use any software. So it's like we
That's
read the
cool.
book. We're
You
going.
read the book. Okay.
We do like chapter by chapter, like Everything.
Because I've had interest. I've had people messaging me asking me if one of my books, one of my series is going to be available in Spanish. And I'm like, I don't speak
know.
Spanish. I don't know.
That's the thing, and that's why I did what I did. Like I formed my company based on that, because you're actually going to a new market that you don't know nothing about.
Nothing.
Like you can get any translator in Upwork or whatever, but you don't know if it's gonna be good. And let's be honest, like you don't know.
No, I would have no idea what is being written.
And then that's where we come in. Like we take your baby like it's my baby. Like your book is your baby. I understand that. So your baby is my baby, and we'll make sure it's perfect. And if it's not, if you publish your book and it's not the way it's supposed to be, you can come back and say, hey, this is not right. Fix it, and I will fix it for you. Like it's a guarantee that we have. Because I understand. Awesome. Sometimes even when you publish, you could have a typo here and there.
Oh yeah.
Like, damn it. Yeah. I read it so many times. It's frustrating. So I understand that things can happen. But we take pride of what we do, and like we'll fix it. Like you give it back to me and we'll fix and get it perfect for you. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's really cool. How many people are on your team? Just curious.
Right now we have 5.
Okay.
5. Yeah, 5. Well, it varies because I have different translators, and then I do editing and corrections, and then I have a senior editor, then I have a proofer, and then we have a couple betas. So
that's super awesome. Definitely gonna keep that in the back of my head because
yeah, no kidding.
You let me know. I'm here to help whenever.
They just making a question that if I write the books on Spanish first. No.
Mm-hmm. You do it in English first?
Yeah, because when I translate from English to Spanish, it
doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all. I mean, if in English I have like 100 or 80,000 words, on Spanish I have like 150, 160.
I don't know why. It's crazy when we do the translation. Usually it's more words. It goes like, same with the audio books.
So interesting.
Yeah.
It's so funny. We talk more, I guess. We talk more. That's all that it is. It's crazy. So also besides doing the translations, we do the audiobooks. Like if you do already have your book in Spanish, we can do the production. We'll do casting for you. We'll do the full, like you just, if you want to choose your like you have the last say which narrator you prefer, of course, but like we take care of the whole thing and we'll give you your files. And a good thing about it, we don't keep any rights. I mean, we do a service for you. That's your book. That's your baby. But that's something sometimes like authors are concerned about their rights.
So, oh yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
We don't. So yeah.
Well, damn, it seems like you thought of everything. That's awesome.
Yeah, no kidding.
I tried to be like, I just tried to say, well, think and put myself in the author's shoes. Like,
right.
What would I need if I have to go to this market, And like, that's what I tried to think about everything. And we even help with the pleats, like we do little blitz, like book tours, images, like we can do you provide us your teasers, we translate those. We can do, if you don't have any images, we can make it for you, put it together for you. So we'll try to, have the whole package and try to make it as easy as possible.
That is awesome.
That's super, super awesome. Definitely going to keep you in mind for sure.
Yes. In a couple months, the book for DJ and Jenna in Spanish. It will be awesome.
Yeah, I'm here. You let me know.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be, that might be something I look into at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, and again, forgive me, is it Lara or Laura?
Lara.
Okay. Which one do you prefer writing more, the mafia, or do you like paranormal?
The werewolf, but I think the mafia book is going better.
You know what?
I don't know why.
I know what. Well, especially in Latin America, they like dark books. They really
Really?
do like the mafia. I don't know why. Mafia is really big. Like, if you guys have any mafia stuff, go for it.
If the guy is
Really,
bad, you're gonna love it.
they love it. They really love
Oh,
it.
so if Lara wrote Werewolves in the Mafia Dark
Girl,
World.
There you go.
I'm gonna
There
write it
you
down.
go. Mix them
Let's
together.
go.
Yes, write that down.
Write it down, girl.
For the next year.
She's like, I don't want to write no more. Stop it.
Oh my
It's
god.
so funny.
That's awesome.
Because I'm
So
gonna
I
write it in Spanish and then in English.
have my
Awesome.
list
List.
of random questions.
I
Oh,
did
Would you
make
like
a
to
number.
pick a number from 1 through 11, or should I just choose for you?
Whatever you want.
Choose.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm always curious about this just as a fellow author.
Mm.
When you are writing, what is more difficult? Writing the first book in the series or the ones after?
Well, after the first one, the second and the third was easier. So,
Oh, it was easier. Okay.
yeah, because you already have the foundation of the story.
Mhm.
You already know the characters. So, when I write a book, I don't know why, but I know the ending and the beginning. And
That's cool.
I'm writing, I'm trying to get the main characters there. So I think if you have the first book, the second, the third, or maybe the fourth, it's easy.
All right, cool. And is there a
Okay.
character that you've written that you find most relatable to yourself?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, a character in any of your books, do you find relatable in any way to yourself?
Not on the emotionally or the personality, but all my female characters have my hair, so that's the only thing.
That's cool. Well, you have cool hair.
Yes, we love curly hair
That's
red.
nothing.
Yes.
When you translate your book, it's like, so that's why I have my curly hair.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is. It's very
Yeah.
lovely.
I wanted to have it like that, and it never happens to me. It's just mine is so
Write a
straight.
book, and it will be
I
like
do.
that.
It's like so funny.
I don't know how to do hair, and I barely know how to do makeup, so.
Thank you.
What was the most difficult scene that you've had to write so far?
Oh, I think the sex scene.
Yeah, right? Okay.
Ooh, the sex.
Everybody want spicy and more spicy and more spicy every time.
You're like, oh, stop
I
it.
mean, yeah, they don't want to know if I don't know, on the 28th chapter or the 38th chapter. They want to know like on the 4th or 5th chapter. They do it? They did it? I mean, just start at the beginning, let them know each other, make a few friends. No, they did it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they love that. I don't know, it's just Spanish people, Latin America, or everybody. But if your book have spicy, they're gonna love it.
Yep.
I
that's
guess
a
it's
fact.
in our blood.
That's the truth.
You know what's
So how do
something
you
that
handle? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Who was saying?
something like the same line about the spicy scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I found that in Spain, they're not that, they don't like a lot the dark romance type of things. They don't like a lot of graphic things. So it's so funny. Like, it's so different from both market. There's a couple of Spanish girl like from Spain that they will like the dark romance, but not like in Latin America. In Latin America, it's big, like for the spicy and stuff. It's crazy.
Specific details.
They want it like in Latin America, they want it specific. Like, they want to know everything. Spain, not so much. They're more conservative. They're like,
Really?
they will kill you in the reviews for that. Like, I don't need to know all that. I'm like, don't read the book.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
it's crazy. Yeah.
Sounds really similar to the debate that pops up on Book Talk about, like, not that any one is superior, but for whatever reason people try to make one type of romance like
Better than the other.
superior over another. So you got like your closed door, because I'm not going to call it the other thing they like to call it, but like the closed door. But you've got open door, but you've got like degrees of open doorness, right?
Oh
Like
yeah,
because
I love
some
that.
open door will like use more like metaphors and like suggestions through movement, and then the other ones, you know, you got eggplants everywhere and
Everything.
cats and, you know, very explicit descriptions, like down to a
Yeah, the
T.
tiniest
That's a safe letter
everything.
to use. So,
How it
but yeah,
smells,
so we
how
have
it
Love
like
a magic
tastes, what
eggplant.
is
reasons, right?
everything. Eggplant. Oh my God, Paige is killing me. Eggplants everywhere.
Okay, so we have a question for Lara. Is her new
Maybe.
book going to be about mafia or fantasy fairy tale?
Oh,
The new one.
the new one. The new one is gonna be fantasy. Maybe I would put something of mafia on it. We'll see.
Mix it up.
Mix it all a little. You never know.
Well, do we want to hear a little bit of
Oh
it?
yeah,
Like,
for sure,
is
totally.
it time for us to do a little snippet? Is it snippet time?
Snippet time. Which one you want me
Always
to do?
snippet time.
With the one that you sent me, Lara, which one it is? The Por Siempre Tuya?
Yeah,
Is that like a fantasy? That's the fantasy one, right?
yeah. That's the werewolf story.
Okay. So you guys want me to do Spanish or English? Because I have both.
Oh, I kind of want to hear the
Your call.
Spanish.
I don't want to
But
hear both.
Which one is that? Okay. Let's see. So I'll do Spanish first. You want me to do the whole thing, Laura, or do you want me just to? Because I don't know how long it's
Whatever
gonna
you want.
take. Okay. De telenovela bien, entonces. So.
Novella time.
Okay. Novela time. Let me get into character, people. It's a hard scene. You had to send me like the saddest thing ever. So you
We're
had
not
to
gonna laugh.
No, I know. Okay. Capítulo 33. Versión en español. Él no será mío, pero tampoco será tuyo. Fueron las últimas palabras de la bruja Melina, y su cuerpo se encendió convirtiéndose en cenizas. Cuando vi lo que había pasado, me levanté y miré hacia el cuerpo de Maxon. El dolor me consumió y corrí hacia él desesperada. Mason, mi amor, estoy aquí. Dime qué tengo que hacer para salvarte. Le dije llorando mientras veía cómo su vida se esfumaba entre mis manos. Nadie había podido romper el hechizo de la vida eterna. Era magia antigua que solo la magia prohibida podía eliminar. Melina se consumió por el odio e hizo pacto con demonios para conseguir esto. Era la única explicación. ¿Qué hago? ¿Qué puedo hacer? Dije gritando, mientras veía a uno de los consejeros que se acercaba a mí y colocaba sus manos en mis hombros. ¡Hagan algo! ¡Sálvenlo! Dije gritando con desesperación. Los guardias levantaron el cuerpo de Maxon y lo llevaron al castillo. Lo colocaron en el Salón de las Visiones. Era el único lugar que podría soportar las llamas de su cuerpo. Nuestra sacerdotisa, Silvana, hizo conjuros, hizo todo lo que estuvo a su alcance, pero no sabíamos qué tipo de magia era esta. No podían hacer nada por él. Los consejeros estaban devastados. Sabían que el final de Maxon estaba cerca, pero yo me negaba a aceptarlo. Su Alteza es un hechizo que consume el alma. Los poderes del príncipe se han ido, y también lo hará su vida. No hay nada que podamos hacer. Es irreversible. Nuestra magia tiene límites, y Melina lo sabía. Su Alteza, dijo nuestro consejero mayor, nuestro príncipe está sufriendo. Tenemos que terminar con su dolor. Dijo seriamente, nadie lo tocará. Déjennos solos. ¡Fuera! He dicho. Dije gritando. Todos salieron menos el rey. El padre de Maxon se acercó a mí. Querida, sé cuánto lo amas y te estaré eternamente agradecido. Jamás en mi vida vi a mi hijo tan pleno y lleno de felicidad. Él te amaba con toda su alma y no le gustaría verte sufrir por él. Tienes que dejarlo ir. No puedo. No me pidan eso. No resistiría el perderlo. Tiene que haber algo que podamos hacer. Por favor. Dije desesperada. Sé cuál es el límite de nuestra magia, hija mía, y no hay nada que podamos hacer. Lo siento. El rey besó mi frente y se retiró derrotado. ¿Lo dejo ahí o keep going? Should I keep going or it's too long?
No,
I
that's
literally
okay.
listen to you
That
talk
was
all day.
amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you said, but I know there was emotions going on, and it sounded real pretty.
Somebody died.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it was dying. Somebody's dying. The love of your life is
Somebody
dying.
died.
Oh,
Somebody's dying.
That was
You can
so
feel the
beautiful.
telenovela vibes.
Yeah, that's what I said about the Spanish. It doesn't matter if you don't understand Spanish,
right.
but
You
you
just
can
you
feel it.
Oh
you
yeah,
can feel
yeah.
it.
You can feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Carlo.
Oh, thank
Hi,
you.
Carlo.
that's
He's
really
just
good.
throwing roses everywhere.
Ah, thank you.
He's so sweet always.
It's like
Oh my god.
the
Carlo.
That
English
was amazing. I love it.
Thank you, thank you,
Yeah,
thank
that
you.
was
You guys,
Yeah,
beautiful.
that was so
Yeah.
beautiful.
you guys wanted the English one? I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
for
gonna sound
sure.
as pretty, but I'll try my best.
It's not as pretty.
I have the English language, like, it just doesn't
So
compare.
sorry.
It's the,
So clunky.
well, you have to know like my first language in Spanish, so it's gonna flow,
Oh
I guess,
sure.
better for sure. Okay, let's do this in English then, so you guys understand what was going on. It's gonna be the same scene, but the English one. Okay, title is I Belong to You Forever, Book 1, Chapter 33, English version. He won't be mine, but he won't be yours either, were the last words of the witch Melina, and his body ignited, turning into ashes. When I saw what had happened, I stood up and looked at Mason's body. The pain consumed me, and I ran to him in desperation. Mason, my love, I'm here. Tell me what I have to do to save you, I said, crying, as I watched his life vanish between my hands. No one had been able to break the spell of eternal life. It was an ancient magic that only forbidden witchcraft could remove. Melina was consumed by hatred and made a pact with demons to achieve this. It was the only explanation. What do I do? What can I do? I said, screaming, as I saw one of the elders coming towards me and placing his hands on my shoulders. Do something! Save him! I said, shouting in despair. The guards lifted Mason's body and carried him into the castle. They placed him in the Chamber of Visions. It was the only place that could withstand the flames of his body. Our high priestess, Silvana, cast incantations. She did everything in her power, but we didn't know what kind of evil magic was this. They couldn't do anything for him. The elders were devastated. They knew Mason's end was near, but I refused to accept it. Your Highness, it is a soul-consuming spell. The prince's powers are gone, and so will his life. There is nothing we can do. It is irreversible. Our magic has limits, and Melina knew that. Your Highness, said our senior elder, our prince is suffering. We have to end his pain. He said seriously, no one will touch him. Leave us alone. Get out! I said, shouting. Everybody walked away except the king. Maxon's father came to me. My dear child, I know how much you love him, and I will be eternally grateful to you. Never in my life I saw my son so full of happiness. He loved you with all his soul, and he wouldn't like to see you suffer for him. You have to let him go. I can't. Don't ask me to do that. I wouldn't resist losing him. There has to be something we can do. Please, I said desperately. I know what the limit of our magic is, my child, and there's nothing we can do. I'm sorry. The king kissed my forehead and left defeated. Okay, and there it is. So it's the same. They did in Spanish.
Oh.
Ah!
That's really cool.
That was
Oh,
so
thank you, thank you.
good.
That was really
You
good.
just
Try.
like ripped the heart out and like stomped all over it.
I guess.
And then
Oh my God.
Rafael narrated it and just crushed it again. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Thank you,
that
thank
was
you.
great. So, Lara, how was it hearing your book?
Oh my God, I got goosebumps.
Aw.
I did kill it. I kept messing up the name. It's Maxon, and I keep saying
Maxon,
Mason.
yes.
It's Maxon, but you understand. We can.
And he's one of the main characters
I
of the
know, so I
story.
need to learn that name to make sure we get it right.
And he doesn't die completely.
He's coming back. Plot twist.
That's the wonderful thing on the werewolf stories and magic and witches. He died, but he doesn't die completely.
Is this one in Amazon?
Come
Or
back.
Okay,
you
I
have
feel
this?
better now because that was really intense. And I
That was
have
so
to
intense.
now.
And she's so bad. Like, she sent me the part that he actually is dying, so I can suffer with her. That's not nice.
I was gonna say though, like with a lot of telenovelas and stuff, right? Like people die and then like a season
they're-
later they come back, right?
Next day
Like
they're alive. Yeah, that happens.
right, like you're just like, and they like make this big entrance at the end of the next episode, and
Oh
like
my God.
the person's face who like held them as they exhaled their last breath is like,
He's dead.
It's hilarious.
Well,
It's
he's not
so
dead
funny.
because he's coming back on second and third book, but he's not himself.
Ooh, do we have
Hmm.
another breathe going on? Like, it's just werewolf, or is it they're different?
Well,
Different
it's
stuff
witch
going on.
wolf, werewolf. It's not like a typical werewolf story
Okay.
because we have like battles and it's a modern story. It got a little bit of everything
Okay.
and suffering, spicy.
No, I can see that. You know,
I like
it was.
suffering.
You know what? That
I mean,
something
I
that
know.
I always wondering, like, why the telenovelas are so like they put you through so many emotions. But you know what I discovered is the music behind it. Like, they put some music while the stuff is going on. Like, you are in your, you're like, oh my God, what is gonna? And I think that's why it's so dramatic. The music is dramatic. It makes your emotions all over the place. Besides the drama.
that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
Let me see who else is talking there.
So speaking of music, like what are your thoughts on like there aren't many audiobooks that do this now, but like what are your thoughts on like music and sound effects that are like starting to like pop up in like
Oh,
certain audiobooks now?
girl, I don't know if everybody knows Aquaterror. They did the graphic audio for those, and they were, holy moly, they were perfection. And they had everything. It's like a movie in your ears. That's how they describe it. I haven't done anything with music personal, but if it's something that is gonna be trending, of course I don't mind. You know how they say that when you put so much stuff in the audiobook, it's actually like bothers the listener. But I think we are evolving, So it's like at the beginning was only solo narrations, then it came the dual POV, then the duets, then the multicasting, and now we're doing like effects and everything. So I think it's gonna go evolving. I just did my first duet in Spanish, and it was such a big hit. Like, it's in Latin America, audiobooks are not that big yet. It's growing. So it's not like here in United States that you say, well, you put an audiobook, everybody is aware of the audiobooks. They know what to expect. Over there, no. And something that happens a lot, it's that they're not being well perform. They're just being written. Like they just read, they're not perform. So people are having, oh no, I don't like audiobooks, I hate it. But when they start listening, the ones that we created as in Sirena, everybody goes crazy, especially with the last one in duet style, because they never heard something like that before. And I'm not sure the big publishers have done, if they're doing that in Latin. I don't think they are. So it's a big thing that I think is gonna keep growing. So I think, yeah, it's something that it's the future. But there's always being is gonna be at the end of the day what the listeners likes and don't like. So you're gonna have a different market for everything. There's some people gonna love the dual, then other people like duet, and other people like the multicasting. So I think it's, as an author, I think it's something that they need to figure it out where they need to go. Like if you know your readers will enjoy duet style, go for it. Because you, at the end of the day, it's a business too. So you want to make sure you sell. Not because something is trending means that you need to do it. It has to be perfect for what you do. It is what it is. Like I always try to be mindful of that with my clients. Like whatever you feel that is going to be well received for your readers, that's what you need to do, or whatever it's like you want with your books.
And that's important.
Yep.
Definitely. Very good.
Yes. Actually, I was one of the people who doesn't like the audiobooks until I heard Bella and Savor with Paige, and then I heard Rudy, and now I have the application on my phone, and I'm really on at the audiobooks.
Yeah, I love audiobooks. It's something that people understand. They're like, oh my God, how can you do it? Dude, if I had to do dishes, if I had to be cooking, I need to keep listening to something. Like I can multitask. Now, I enjoy reading. Like I'll have my Kindle if I'm like sitting down, being peaceful. I'll be reading sometimes depending on the narration. If it's a narrator that I really like, I'll be listening and reading at the same time. But like I cannot like my husband told me, oh my God, how many more books are you gonna get? Like it was like our account is like Audible. Like I'm like, I'm sorry. It's like I have the Whisper and Sync and it's like $7. I have to get it. I mean, it's better than getting the credit. The credit is $16. I mean, hello. And he's like, oh my God. So it's like, I don't know how people cannot enjoy. Well, I guess everybody has their own taste. You cannot. It's like, again, is whatever the readers or listeners prefer. But I mean, personally, I love it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm like huge audiobook. I'm actually dyslexic, so I don't like you'll see all these books behind me because I try to support the authors, but
I can let them too.
Yeah, I can't read them very like if I'm reading something, I lose the passion, the emotion that's trying to be delivered. So it's just not worth it. So like when audiobooks started like really like when the narrators really started getting into like the acting part of it, yeah, I just fell in love with it. Because I mean when I was a kid, we had, and this is aging me, but I had the books on tape, with like just the person sitting there reading a book like this. And it was torture.
I know. I hate it. That's why I was like, oh my God, I need to do this in Spanish because nobody's doing it. And it's not well done. Oh my God. And I hate, like, I feel so bad. I'm like, people, they're just reading it. They're like, da 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 da. And you're like, no, put some passion in it. You're from Latino America. Like, ponle picante, like something like. Like horrible. Like tírale sazón, but no.
Allie, do you remember when we did that like narrator challenge? It was months ago, and we did like a flat read, and then we did like how we would perform it, and people were like blown away.
Oh yeah, like just like straight read versus then like performing it, and then also they were doing the like AI versus like human, so like what it sounds like when an AI narrates it and like when a human narrates it. But like there are people out there doing that where they're like, oh yeah, all I have to do, I'm just reading a book, I'm just doing a read aloud, and like that's what it's for, and I'm like,
yeah,
and I can tell you because again, some books I can't get in audio. So like I have to use ability apps like Speechify
Yeah.
and stuff like that can help you. And I'm
To do
telling
it.
you, well, I love them because they allow me to be able to read books that are not audiobooks yet.
Yeah.
It's almost painful sometimes to listen to somebody deliver news like this. Like, it's just horrible. Like, you're just like,
It's the same tone, monotone.
yes,
It's like horrible. I
right,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. When I was really broke in grad school and had a baby, I did a lot of like speech to text of some like Jennifer Armentrout smutty books. And it was painful. Like and then
it's
the
so
voice
painful.
just like gets stuck in your head.
It does.
But it got me through it. It got me through it for that time. So
Yeah, no. Yeah, I have like a huge, like when I met Paige and then Allie and Ruthie, I was like, I'm just blown away that there's people out there just doing this magic, and
It is so much
it's
fun. Like,
absolutely amazing.
it's so funny that I just turned 39 years old. And it's so funny how at the age of 37, I really discovered my passion. Like, holy shit, this is like, I went to college, I went to university, I had my bachelor's degree as a hotel administration. And like, my concentration is food and beverage. It's like nothing to do with this. And like, it's so cool and so excited that I get to do this to work. Like, I really enjoy it. And it's like, why it took me so long to get to this? It's like, why?
Right.
I feel that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I mean, I used to be a teacher in Mexico, so not really.
Like, no.
Because I have like 40 or 45 kids in the same classroom. So
Oh wow.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. And like you said, I mean, after a lot of years, I found what I really loved. Thank God.
So you went from teaching to writing spicy fantasy and mafia books.
Oh my God.
Plot twist.
I love it.
How did you went to one? It's like from 0 to 100.
I know.
That's awesome.
That's so funny.
I mean,
No,
I
I
read.
think it's important to remember that everything that happened led you up until the point of passion discovery, right? So it could not have happened any other way except the way that it did for you to have been able to manifest that passion exactly the way that you did.
True.
That's
True.
Right? Like it's like the sum, we're like even not just the sum total of our experiences, but even like beyond that, it somehow adds up to more than that. And here we are, right? Like in order for all of us to have been here at this exact moment, all of the preceding moments had to unfold the way that they did, for good or for ill.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, that's
everything
true.
happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
There's Ruthie with her deep thoughts of the evening.
Paige is like, why did I have to take so long? Yeah, girl. You and me.
Yeah.
You
I
and
feel
me.
you on that page.
Yeah, no kidding.
What
Maybe it
is.
wasn't meant to be in that time. Like maybe in 10 years ago, it wasn't gonna be as big as it's now. It is what
Yeah.
it is.
I think that if I had like tried to do this 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been successful.
I think
I
that's
don't-
10 years ago, they wouldn't have even let you peep into the industry, Allie.
Yeah, I don't even
Like,
think ACX
they would have
was a
actually
thing
effectively
10 years ago.
gate-kept you.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
That's true.
Well, yeah, and it's the same. It's the same with us authors. I mean, 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I did try. No.
wasn't.
I mean, where's your cure letters, and you got to send it out in 5 years, and you have to, it's when I wanted to do it, it was like, why even try? Why even try?
It was too much.
I mean,
yeah.
I did. I still have my rejection letters in a box, looking at, and I look at them every
Tell
now
them,
and
look
then.
at me now.
Right. But, when I first got my book published, I was like, well, I didn't even know indie publishing was a thing. Nobody tells you about that. It's like you're either trad pub or you're nothing. Like you're nothing. So it's just, 10 years ago, none of us could be where we are,
Yeah. That's
So
true.
it is amazing. I saw s'mores and I just got distracted with Paige.
S'mores? What? S'more where?
She wrote bonfire with s'mores, and I'm like,
Oh,
Oh,
oh, gee.
yeah.
I thought
But
she meant
Yeah.
bonfire with s'mores, like using your
That's right,
rejection
Paige.
letters.
yeah.
Rejection
Oh,
letters as a
wow.
fire starter.
Bonfire with
Yeah, well,
s'mores.
I saw
Gotcha. I was like,
s'mores,
s'mores.
so
Now I want s'mores. Gee,
right.
people. Sí, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Super.
yeah, okay, so burn the rejection letters. There's a reason, and I cannot remember the author. It's a really big author, and somebody's gonna say it, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, duh. There's an author that said it has their rejection letters, and they have them framed on their wall, and they're like a really big author. Who is gonna lose? I'm never gonna remember it now, but they have it framed, and for whatever reason, that's the only reason I kept it, because like it's like, well, one day I'm gonna have like 800 books out, and I'm gonna be like, well, see. So that's the only reason I haven't burned them yet.
Yeah,
But
that's true. That
and
is
nobody tells you how to start to be a writer. I don't know if someone helped you or Jen when you both start to write. I didn't have anybody. I mean,
me personally, no. And it's funny you say that, because I sent Paige and Jen an email today of a little snippet of my ex. I always wanted to be a writer, but because I'm dyslexic, I never pursued it. And my ex used to tell me all the time that, you're a slanderous R word and all this stuff, because you can't read. So how are you going to be a writer? You're going to be a terrible storyteller. So yeah, I didn't have anybody, and I still don't have anybody that supports my work outside of my partner and this community we have here. So yeah, no, I didn't have anybody. Jen,
I mean,
did you have anybody?
No. No, I had an English teacher that told me that I would never be a writer.
Yeah.
oh my god.
everybody says that.
Yeah. And then I had an ex that stole all my stuff and made fun of me
Bastard.
and my writing to all of our friends and stuff. So I went to a dark place and burned and deleted everything I've ever written.
Oh shoot.
Oh,
I had a whole Prohibition era mafia romance written. It was about 350 pages, and I burned the whole thing.
I'm
No.
still, we can't talk about that. I'm still upset at you about that.
Holy
Yeah.
oh my God.
Well, when I was planning on leaving this world, I didn't want to leave anything behind. So
I feel that.
Oh. Wow.
that's
If
my
that
story.
was like Saver,
I'm so. What'd you say? I'm sorry, it cut out.
if that book, the one for 150, if that book was like the Savior,
Well, I would like to think my writing has improved slightly, but it was mafia romance set in Prohibition era. Told in third person. Savior I did in first present. Was it good? I don't. Maybe. Apparently not to them. So
Mm.
burned and gone.
oh,
Well, I mean, they've already proven to have like incredibly terrible judgment and obviously no morals, so we don't value their opinion.
No.
I'm with you with that.
But anyway, what inspired you to start writing? Was it a book that you read or something like that?
I read a lot of books. Like this year, I read like 103, and
Wow.
but I have it on Kindle, so
Okay.
I don't have it. Well, a couple I have it in paperback, but mostly on Kindle. And because I read a lot, I don't know, I have a lot of imagination. I think that's what helps me to
Right.
write a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of imagination. I mean, and the mornings I'm going out to run, and my head is rolling like, oh, what if I write this story with these characters and about mafia? And I don't know, my head is working like 24 hours. I don't know if that a good thing, but it's working and it's
I guess
working.
it is. I would say it is a good thing, because if it's not running, then that means something else.
They said all the writers had a syndrome because they imagine a lot of stories, but that's why we have the books.
Yeah. Do
So
you
we can
ever
put it
struggle with imposter syndrome ever?
Not now. No.
That's good. Awesome. I'm happy for you.
Awesome.
Seriously.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Do you have any secrets for that, or like tips, or just like, is there a mantra that like erases that?
You know what? When I'm writing the story, I forget the names or the places. And I have a book, so I write everything, like the title and characters and places and names and everything, because I'm gonna forget the names. I don't know why. I don't forget the story, but when I'm writing, what was the name of this character, and I go back to the book and check the names and I write it down.
Yeah, baby.
But that's because I have a lot of stories. I just need to relax and take a couple minutes and start writing.
Right. So when you do write, do the characters come to you first, or is it more of the storyline?
I think the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to build like the families, if they have parents, brothers, and what's the connection with them, and the personality, where they come from. I mean, as a Latina, for me, it's very important to know where you come from. So, and every story, every character has a foundation and a story back and on any family. So I think that the characters are the first thing I write. And then I started to break them and kill them and make them I know.
Awesome.
They suffer a lot when they read my book. I don't know if I'm going to kill the main character or not. Like this one, I mean, on the novellas, nobody kills the main character. Nobody dares to do that. But you know what? Read my books. They die.
So nice. That is no nice.
They die. And then they're going to live again.
Oh, well, at least they come back. Okay, that's better. I was going to say, you're one of those authors that put us to suffering.
I don't know, because I remember what she said earlier, and she made it sound like maybe he wasn't completely himself when he came back. So I'm not.
I mean, it's not The Walking Dead, obviously, but I mean, his body is gone. The soul is still living. So on the second book, we're going to see a little bit of him in another person.
Oh, baby Jesus. So we're
using the magic.
So we have an exorcist going on too. Like we have my Lord.
No. But you will see. And the second book is coming back. And the third book as well.
Cool.
Do we have a happily ever after? At least give me that, because
yes,
like
finally
you put me through whatever you want to put me through, but you better give me a happily ever after.
It's like it's gonna be happy. They're going together, but
oh Lord,
and then they have a son and they're living together. And the third book. But yeah, finally they're gonna be happy.
Oh my God!
At the end, so you have to read the third book.
The three books. Okay, that's okay. As long as you give me a happily ever after at the end.
But you're gonna suffer.
Oh,
you need to suffer to get the end.
That's true.
You're gonna be happy, but you're gonna suffer.
Yeah.
Well, you guys should totally keep the party going. If you still, I don't want to like disrupt the whole live, but if you guys want to keep the party going, you definitely should. I have to run off. I have some recording I have to do tonight before it gets too late. But Maciel, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you got to 1,000 and your narration was beautiful. Lara, thank you so much. It's so nice meeting both of you, and your writing is beautiful. So, all right, I'm gonna head out, but you guys keep having fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Do I have? You can do it, right? I don't have to do it.
I
Okay.
just, I
She can do
have to
it.
take off the
She's like,
buttons.
oh, wait.
Yeah.
Maybe.
See yourself out. I'm kidding.
There we go.
Yeah, because actually I have a child over here that is waiting for me for bedtime, so I have to go too. So, but
Oh,
it was
I
so
guess
great
we'll wrap
meeting
it up then.
you.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
It was
Okay.
amazing seeing you guys, and
It was so
I'm gonna
Thank you
definitely
so
look
much.
into your
Oh, for
production
sure.
company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Send me a message. You can send me
will.
an email. It's like a website, Siren Audiobooks. I don't know if Paige, can you write it down? Because I don't have. Well, I'll can DM you with the information.
Yeah, that's fine. Or yeah, Paige can text it to me either. Or
And one thing, girls, I want to say thank you to everybody who helped us so we can be here
Yes.
today, because there was a
Yes.
lot of people, a lot of
I
messages.
Yeah.
really
a lot of
did not think that
forward.
we were gonna make it. I was like, yeah. I didn't even read what Lara sent me. I'm like, it's not gonna happen. And within 48 hours, it boom happened. What the heck happened, people?
oh no. Like when it got down to it, we were like, okay, this is what we're doing today.
Oh
And
my
then,
God.
we have to give like a huge thanks to Jennifer.
Everybody. Oh my
A
God.
lot
The
of
Books
people.
and Beer gang, they really stepped it up,
Yeah.
trying to get
Molly
you guys
Breyer
there.
for sure.
Molly with
Molly
her.
Breyer,
I need
yes.
to send her a message because I want to send her some swag that I have for Sirena that she can include in that package that she's gonna give to whoever wins in that.
Yes.
Because she did a lot. I was like, oh my God.
Yes. And Paige, the ringleader,
Paige, oh my
she
was,
was
Paige.
she was
Paige.
the
Every 5
she was
minutes I
on
see
our
a video of
shoulders
her. I'm like,
screaming.
oh my God. Like people are gonna hate me
she was
after.
not giving up. So yeah.
But we did it, and now we have all this awesome information that you came on here and told us. So
Yes, this
definitely
is amazing. And now
grateful
we
for
get
that.
to be looking for you on lives now, narrating.
Yeah, yay!
So super
Now we
excited.
yes. Hopefully TikTok won't like limit my things because they could get spicy. So I don't know. I heard some stories about TikTok being canceling accounts here. So
Yeah, you have to watch
Yeah.
the spicy scenes.
Yeah, that's true.
I will plan my live narrations for the parts that aren't spicy. And then, that's also good marketing too. Like when you're closing out your live, you're like, okay, I have to go now because this next scene is not for TikTok. Right. And then people are like, what's coming next?
Right.
Because they were there for the tension part,
yeah.
And then they're like, and now you're leaving. Where are you going? I want to go with you.
Well, they had to buy the audio. Hello. That's the whole point. That's funny.
I will please point it out. We are going to be taking a 2-week break for the holidays, so we will be back January 6th.
Nice.
I forgot who we're having. I didn't write it down. Does anybody remember?
Paige.
Was it the
Capricorn? Who's coming next?
I'm a bad Capricorn.
Morrison?
That sounds right.
Nikki Gray, that's right. And Kale Morrison.
See, I got one of them.
Look at you.
Got one. Well, Glaze,
And then I only remember one for the following week is Ore Nash is the narrator for the following week, but I can't remember who the author is.
And I don't know who's hosting. It's not me.
She's like, it's not me.
It's not me.
I don't know. This is Paige's territory. We just blame her.
We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, seriously, I got a 6-year-old screaming. So this was awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Maybe.
Bye. I don't know.